Hey guys, today we have a little smattering of new luxury makeup that I wanted to try on with you guys. I don't have a full face, so I do have some of my makeup on, but let me just tell you what we're going to be trying today. The new Chanel Stilo Lumiere Regard. These are multi-use highlighting top coats. So I got the two shades that were offered, 557 and 567. So we'll be trying both of those. I did also get the new eyeshadow quad from Chanel. This is number 384 Imaginaire. And I think this eyeshadow quad and the two Stilo highlighters were all part of like the same collection that the Rev de Camellia highlighting powder is a part of. But I don't know. I just didn't get them together. I didn't know. I didn't know that there was going to be a new quad and everything. So anyway, catching up on some things. I did also purchase the new brow product from Westman Atelier. This is the Bone Brow Defining Pencil, and I have it in the shade Slate. And then I did also pick up 4 of the new Victoria Beckham Posh glosses. So we'll be trying all of these shades out. The only one I think I didn't get is the clear one. Because I didn't feel like I needed a clear gloss. But the shades that I have are Bikini, Poolside, Tan Line, and Top Down. And I was such a big fan of Victoria Beckham and Estee Lauder's collab, the lip glosses they came out with for that. So I'm hoping these are similar in some way. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive in. I think the first thing I want to try, because I'm at that point, are these highlighters. So let's try 557. Okay, so they do have like color-coded stickers at the bottom. This is making me nervous. Are these blushes? Because they're pink. Now, when I looked at these online on the Chanel site, which is where I purchased these, I think they have a little bit of iridescence to them. So that's why I just assumed that these were going to be highlights. And they're also called multi-use highlighting top coats. So we'll see. I guess you can use this probably on our eyes and other places on our cheeks. Oh, that was fast. Let's see. Ooh, so this one is number 567. And at least under this lighting, we have a peachy gold kind of shift. I feel like I see micro glitters in there, but I'm wondering how glittery it's gonna look on the skin. I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna like this if it's too glittery. But that's 567. Now let's try 557. This is wait, what did I just do? 557 is this one. And it seems to have a little bit more pink in there. It also seems to be not micro glittery. So this one seems like a little bit more of like a top coat, which was 567. So 567 seems to be like a sheer, more glittery kind of top coat. This one seems to be a little bit more opaque. Doesn't seem to have micro glitter, and it seems to have more of like a multi-chrome effect. I think I'll try one on each cheek. So I don't even know if we'll be able to tell the difference on the cheek. So I'm gonna do 567, which is the first one that I swatched. It's the thinner one. It's the one with micro glitters in there. And that is, yeah, 567. So let's just sort of brush that right on the tops of my cheekbones. And then I'm just gonna pat in. This is a very thin kind of formula. It feels very, very light on the skin. It's not like a thick kind of creamy highlight. Okay, well, it definitely gives you, a glow. There is definitely that gold metallic sheen to it. And there are definitely micro glitters. Not my favorite, but they're not too, it's not overdone. And I don't feel like I'm just ending up with glitter all over my face. But this is very subtle. I like this because it really is, like it says, right? Like a top coat. Yeah, like a top coat. Very, very nice. So I wonder if this is meant to be worn over a highlight. Possibly. I think for me personally, my makeup style, I think that would be a little overkill. So I'm just going to stick to using these as a top coat here. Let's try 557, which was the one that was less glittery, but a little bit more opaque. And I'm just going to brush that on my cheekbone. And oh, okay. This you need less of. Maybe bring it down over my blush here. And if you are interested in what other makeup I have on, like foundation, blush, bronzer, all of that, I'll have it all listed down below in my description box. Ooh, that's pretty. Once I kind of really blended that in, it's very pretty. I like how subtle these are. I really like how they are this top coat. I like that you can use them to layer, or you can use them individually if you like kind of a soft touch, which I do. Well, that's really pretty though. It's a really beautiful like satin sheen. So if I had to choose, I prefer 557 to 567 because 567 has those little micro glitters in there. And this is just smoother. This really like pearlizes my skin. Okay. I think this is relatively new for Chanel, these like liquid highlights. So that's exciting. Very exciting. Okay. Let's move on to eyebrows. I'm really, really excited to try this Bone Brow Defining Pencil from Westman Atelier. So I think there's two ends. So here's what the pencil looks like. And we've got one of those slant tip shapes. And at this end, I was kind of confused. I was like, is that a gel or a pomade or something? It's actually just a spoolie, but it's like in here instead of it being at the end, which is very interesting. Maybe, you know, since Gucci Westman is a makeup artist, maybe that made more sense to her to have it like separate. While I really like 2-in-1 pencils, ones that have like a gel on the other side, I really like having a spoolie. I think at least whenever I use an eyebrow pencil, I have to use a spoolie in there. And if I don't have it actually on the pencil, I have to dig around for one, pull out a different eyebrow pencil, and that really annoys me. So I really like that there is a spoolie at this end. All right, let's just go right in. Actually, let me swatch this for you so you can see I'm not putting too much pressure down, but I got this one because it seemed like a very cool dark brown. And I'll start with this brow. Oh, it is a little bit softer than a lot of my other pencils. We'll see how nicely it kind of brushes out with the spoolie. Okay, nice. Wow, that brushed out really beautifully. And, you know, it doesn't feel like a powder pencil at all. It feels like a regular kind of like waxy eyebrow pencil. But when I brushed it out, I don't know if you can see that, it has like a powdery effect. But I feel like once I've brushed it out, it looks like a powder pencil. It has more of like a cloud-like appearance, which I really, really like. Ooh, that's really beautiful. So here's with bone brow and without. Really lovely. Okay, let's finish up my other brow. Okay, brows are done. I have pretty bold brows on, and I kind of like it. All right. I heard some evil rumor that like 90s brows were coming back. I lived through that, and I feel very, very lucky to have escaped it fairly unscathed. I did have to like grow my eyebrows back out, but I'm here to tell you, as someone who lived through it, don't do it. Don't pluck your eyebrows to high heaven, no matter how in vogue it may be. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Okay, let's move on to the Chanel quad. So here's a close-up of the quad, and we've got a few different finishes here. Let me do some swatches for you. Okay, here are the 4 shades. So it looks like we've got 3 mattes, the top left, you know, deep brown color, and then the 2 bottom peach colors. The brown color, it seems like more of a softer matte. It doesn't seem quite as flat as these two. There's like a little bit, it's not quite satin. It's like a demi-matte, demi-satin kind of shade. And then this one has little micro glitters in there. Very pretty. I do feel like these 3 are very similar. I mean, except for this one having glitters in there, but very, very similar. I was hoping by the looks of it in the pan that this one would be a little bit more pink, but it's swatching very peach. So let's go ahead and put it on my eyes and see what happens. All right, I've got my Sonia G Crease 2 brush, and I'm gonna go into the lightest peach shade. It's this one on the bottom left. And just start the inner part of my lid. I suspect that shade is gonna be kind of useless on my lids. You can see it a little bit. It's a little bit warmer, peachier than my skin tone, but it's very, very subtle. Okay. Not much to report there. I'm gonna go into the deeper peach shade. Wow, the bottom right-hand corner here. I'm just gonna take the same brush And I am going to apply this into like my socket line area, use it as a transition shade, kind of across the top of my eyeball there, and blend it up. That is definitely visible on my lid. I hope you guys can see that. It's doing a little bit of carving out, which is nice. Really pretty subtle look. Okay, and now just taking the same brush, I'm gonna go into the deeper brown shade and just work that into the outer corner here. I like how soft all of these shadows, how softly they're applying. Not that they're physically soft. Yeah, I like this kind of really light application because everything looks really blended out and smoked out immediately. It's very pretty. Did you guys see that Lucia Pica is going to be the, I guess, the creative director for Byredo's makeup line? And I think that's really, really exciting. She was the creative director for Chanel Beauty for a while. She really, really loves the color red. So I'm excited to see how that's going to affect Byredo's releases probably come this fall, next spring. I don't know how long manufacturing time is or development time is, but anyway, exciting news. All right, so those are the 3 shades down. Very, very subtle, very, very light, very everyday, very office appropriate. This is one of those palettes I feel like you could use anytime. Anytime. Now, does it excite me? It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna just go ahead and throw on this kind of micro glittery shade in the top right-hand corner. You know, it's okay. It doesn't really excite me, and I really like basic palettes. Some basic palettes really, really excite me. This one is okay. This one is okay. This one is okay. I really don't have anything bad to say about it, but I also don't have anything really exceptionally good to say about it either. The shadows work fine. They applied beautifully. They blended out beautifully, as you can see. Really easy to use. So I will say, I think this is a great, like beginner palette. If you're someone that's like really not into or just doesn't have a lot of experience like sitting there applying shadow, blending out shadow or whatever, or if you're someone that just doesn't like to spend the time, your time doing that, which I can't blame you, this could be a good palette to consider. It's very peachy, and I do like this for the upcoming summer months, for sure. I feel like this would look very, very pretty with like a bronzy kind of sun-kissed look. Okay, so we have the Victoria Beckham lip glosses left. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply some eyeliner and mascara, and I'll be right back to play with these glosses. Okay, so these are the 4 lip glosses that I picked up from Victoria Beckham. I am in love with them. This packaging is really heavy, by the way. These are like glass, very, very nice. So I swatched them for you. And going from light to dark, we have Bikini, Tan Line, Poolside, and then Top Down. Ooh, really pretty. Okay, let's start swatching, lip swatching. I'm gonna start with Bikini, the lightest. Oh, and this is what the applicator looks like, just like a flat paddle doe foot applicator. No fragrance, which is amazing. It's a little bit on the thicker side for gloss, but it's not too dense. It's very smooth. Ooh, I like that. It's not sticky at all. And it's not oily either. It's a really, really nice consistency. Ooh, that's nice. I will say though, not a lot of product is on the doe foot applicator when I pull it out of the tube, which I prefer over having too much product, but I feel like it could use a little bit more product on here. It's a little bit light, but that's being really nitpicky. No taste or anything, just making sure. Yeah, I don't really smell anything. Okay, so that is Bikini. And I can add this to my list of milky lip products that I really enjoy because this feels wonderful on the lips. Okay, next up we have Tan Line. And here, I think we can get a better idea like how pigmented these are because that one was so light. It was hard to tell, but this one, I think we can see a bit of it. Very nice. So that is Tan Line. Wow, I'm really enjoying these. Not really a surprise, but I'm really enjoying these so far. Okay, now we're getting to the deeper colors. This one is Poolside. There is Poolside. Very pretty and Another really beautiful shade. Oh, that's nice. I feel like that, did that cool down a little bit? No, I guess it is kind of like slightly mauvey in tone. I was thinking it looks a little bit pinker on my lips, but that's just my natural lip color kind of coming through. Anyway, let's move on to the last one. And this last one is Top Down. Here is Top Down. This is pretty cool toned. I love it. It's like, there's like almost a hint of purple in there, like a raisin. This is like a raisin shade. Mostly brown, a little bit of purple. Ooh, I like that one. All right, well, those were all the new products that I wanted to try on for you guys today. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.